Hello everyone, and welcome to Jumper Man Tech, where we specialize in HVAC but do everything DIY. And today we have a service call for a LAARS hydronic boiler. Thank you to everyone tuning into Jumper Man Tech. Today we have a service call for a LAARS two-stage hydronic boiler. Got a complaint about no hot water. See, we're missing the cover here. That's not good. Set that up. So it looks like it's trying to go. It's number 3. Yeah, there's it. So it says our target here is 150 degrees. Got 82 degrees out, 74 in. This thing really isn't doing its thing. Red light, but I just came and I noticed that we actually had four light codes, and it says 4 flashes stands for igniter failure. Check amp draw. So probably it's trying again, and it's probably going to fail, but clearly we don't have heat. 82, 74. Yeah, that's not cutting it. Alright guys, you can see it now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 flashes on the ignition control. The fan wall control. Alright. Right there, you can see it. Take a picture so you guys can see the diagnostic status codes. Now let's start by taking off this main cover. We're going to reset this unit, and even on the controller it says check amp draw. So we're going to check the amp draw on the hot surface igniter. Alright, 2 gas valves. That's how you know you got 2 stages. Definitely dirty in here. Alright, turn the power off. Here's the burner section inside here. I have seen failed burners in here, and I talked with the engineer. We're gonna do carbon monoxide test, carbon dioxide. We're gonna do all that in a separate video, but right now let's just get them up and going. All right, you're gonna find some wires going down there. The only 2 wires that are gonna go down there is for the hot surface igniter. And as you can see, it's these 2 right here. So what I'm gonna do, take out my multimeter and wrap my amp probe around one of the wires. See, it's important to know what you should be getting or what you shouldn't. Just flip the switch. It's tight space in here. Alright, I've got a steady light on there. Target 150. So we should be calling. Let's see if this thing starts again. And when we do, we're going to check the amp draw on this meter. Fan started. Let's see what we get on here. This thing pretty much shut down already. Wasn't really getting amps at all. 0.2, that's nothing. Let's open up the burner section and see what's going on there. So you should be getting 120 volts, and then you should pull a good amp draw. I think it's about like 3.9. I think it was 3.9, something like that. Oh man, somebody here tied this up. Alright, well, let's see what we got here. Power is off. You could check resistance on these rather than pulling them out, because you could break them by pulling it out. Rule of thumb is 40 to 90 ohms of resistance when it comes to these. I don't know why they tied it like this. I guess they try to protect it, but yeah, these things always go bad on these units specifically. I've seen burners with holes in them and everything in this spot. Anyways, let's do a quick resistance check between the two. Resistance changes with heat, but let's just see what we're getting. Unless it's OL, then you already know this thing is done. Maybe that's why we weren't pulling amps. Yeah, look at that, OL. We don't even have any sort of resistance. This thing must be done. All right, let's get a Phillips head and pull that thing out. Now let's pull this thing out. We're not even getting any reading. We're definitely not going to get any amps. I'm assuming that it was getting voltage. Let's see. I mean, it's kind of confirming why we're not getting amps. This thing is probably broken to pieces. And this screw dot is so loose. Alright, gotta be real careful when you're pulling these out. You don't want to break it yourself. Don't ask me how I know. Oh! There's nothing there, dude.
What the hell?
There's no hot surface igniter. No wonder it's not working. That thing is done, boy. Alright. Yeah, so I think maybe that's why we don't got heat. We got the model number here. Let's see if we can go find this locally. Yeah, that thing is done. Awesome. I was lucky enough to find an igniter nearby, and it's the same exact one. You can see the difference. One actually has the pieces to it. So just for reference for the future, let's get a resistance reading of what this should be at room temperature. Got my meter to resistance. It reads continuity and resistance at the same time. So we have 53. Oh, let's get a better reading. 53.4 ohms. And the rule of thumb is 40 to 90. But don't go by that, because every manufacturer has their own ratings. So be sure to search yours up. This one is good. Let's put this piece on very, very carefully. Get that back on there, wire it up, and let's start this up, because now we got another service call in the building. Got a walk-in freezer that just went down. All right, just gonna slide this in extremely carefully. Right there. You don't want to use a drill or anything on this. You want it to be very, very smooth. So I recommend using a screwdriver. Get this in there nice and snug. As far as these, this is not going to reach up there, so we're just going to splice it, cut those, and we'll get those together. Let's get good connections. I'm going to cut these two just so we have a nice clean connection. Let's get these wire nuts back on. And we should be good to go here. We're going to close up this little burner section and start this thing back up. We'll check amps, and we can check the water out and in temperature and compare that to our set point. So let's get this panel back on. flip that on. Hear the pump? Oh, that sounds terrible. Hold on a second. That pump ain't spinning. Right there. This thing is not spinning. My camera ran out of memory, but look at that. We have 168, but remember, our set point was 150. Quick note for reference. When this started, we got 3.9 to 4 amps, and clearly we got heat because look what it was on the out. I seen this thing reach almost 200 degrees, and yeah, we have a limit control here, and that looks like it's set to 190. I seen it hit 200 on here, and that's because we're not moving water. You can hear this pump. It's trying to do something, but it's not spinning. This thing is either clogged or it's done. You guys look inside there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's spinning. The motor is spinning freely. I don't see anything here. I think maybe the coupling between here, something got loose. It's like if you just listen to it, it's like grinding. It's like grinding in there. This has a cool feature, and I took off this top plate. Not sure how good you guys can see it, but this here is spinning, and that's not. Chris, turn off the power. Maybe you guys will see it better. And it slows down. You see one side is going. So the motor is spinning. Oh yeah, the coupling did come loose. The coupling came loose, guys. They're not together. There's a similar pump nearby. As you can see, it's all spinning. Everything is spinning. Oh man. Let's see what we can do. Alright, so it looks like the coupling itself is bad. You see here, you see the motor spinning freely, but you see this part is not spinning. Probably got all torn apart on the inside. This, it's kind of a bit stiff, but it still runs. Maybe we can lubricate it, but right now we gotta separate the motor from the pump. And maybe we can change this coupling piece. My problem right now is the spacing. I got a duct over this, so it's super difficult. And I left my socket set in the building a couple weeks ago, came back for it, and it's gone. So I'm gonna have to work with what I can. It sucks. We're gonna do it old school style with an adjustable. I got these ratcheting wrenches, but it doesn't fit on there because it is. So got the power off. Let's try to loosen this up, loosen up the Allen screws, and get this thing out of here. All right, holding the motor, taking out the last screw. Oh, right there. Yeah, you can see this thing was eaten up. See how it's like star shaped on the outside here? There's nothing on that end. It literally got eaten into it. If it's like that, it will be able to spin. We need to get this coupling size 3. S-Flex coupling. It says Lovejoy on it. Interesting. We don't need to loosen up anything on here. If anything, we can tighten it because I actually saw that it was loose. So cleaning all this stuff out with like a little flathead or something. There's a lot of junk in here. It all like got eaten up. So if we just clean all that up, maybe brush it down. Coupling looks see how that looks. Looks decent. Looks kind of eaten up. But when we put it here, clearly it goes. So I would change that if I can get it, but I'll settle for a coupling for now. All right, I was able to pick up an S-Flex Endurance coupling. So you can see it's ridged on both sides here. And like that, it can grip. This one, you can see, was washed away on this side. Not washed away, but torn apart. Big difference. This is tight, but look at this. We're gonna set this motor in place, adjust this, and then lock down the screws. Also the little stuff here, we're kind of just gonna blow it out to the side. They got eaten apart. Alright. Looks better already. Cleaning out whatever is loose inside here, so we have a nice fitting. Got that in place. Now let's try to line that up right there. That's going to be tight over there. Let's line up these holes. Hold this motor in place and try to lock in these screws, these bolts. All right, got that in place. Let's go ahead and lock these down caveman style with this wrench. Yeah. All right, as you can see a little bit sticking out there. Look, now I get them in place. Now this side is tight. Let's tighten up this side. One here, kind of dark, and then the other one here. All right, let's lock that down. I have other wrenches where I have a handle on the grip. I have a grip on the handle, but it's in the truck and I'm just trying to get it done. Okay, that's one. I tried to get the whole assembly for this coupling, but I only had like the holder for the coupling, but I was only able to get the piece inside. We'll do a follow-up on this, but this should do it. I think this thing just got loose. Look at this thing, it's super loose. This thing got loose, fell out of place, and it just got eaten up. And they just don't make things with quality anymore, so I'm sure that's playing a role in it too. Whoa, almost lost that in there. Now when you spin this, the whole thing goes. That's great. This should work. Let's turn the power on. There we go. Pump is spinning now. You can see it here spinning too. Awesome. And it sounds smooth. Okay. Now let's come on this side. Amp meter set for 150. In and out, because these are tied in with another boiler. That's why you got some heat there, but this should come on. Got a steady red light. This fan is gonna start after a few seconds. Let's see if I can get a reading with those amps so you guys see that we pulled those 3.9 to 4 amps. And then we'll see the out temperature start to climb and make sure we don't go over limit. Alright, motor started. This cover really should be on, but yeah. Come on, oh, that's we go, we're climbing in amps. We get 3.9 to 4. Yep, that's a good reading right there. If you're not getting high enough amps, you could also have a faulty hot surface igniter. out is 125. Let's see if it proves the flame. I don't see any alarms. And if this temperature rises, as you can see, it's rising. 129, 130, 131. We got heat. Over there you can see we have a flame. Alright, we're at 149. This thing should cut off any minute. And last time it just went straight really high, just jumped up to like, I seen it at 199 and cut right off like way too fast. Now we have more of a steady rise. This is normal. Yeah, there you go. Before it just went crazy because we weren't moving water, so it heated up like crazy, and also that's why the igniter went bad. Alright, let's put all the colors back on, even though this is missing. I don't know why, but none of them have that. And we're maintaining at its set point, 150. Roller out there. This is looking good. And looks like we're gonna wrap it up from here. Oh, whoa. This cover's not on right. I gotta adjust that. Alright, I'll fix that up. But anyways, we're gonna wrap this one up here. If anyone found this video interesting or helpful, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe as I come out with new videos every week. And I'll catch you all next time.